Periods of time in Revit are associated with being phases. Examples of that would be an existing phase, a new phase, or a demolition phase. Now, each of those periods of time are also reflected in each of the views that you have under the project browser. We can see that if we highlight on one of the views in the project browser, in this case I'm highlighting on level 1, then go to Properties, and down at the very bottom of the Properties, you'll see the phase related to that view. In this case, this is a new construction phase. What I'd like to do is set up 2 more views. One that will display the building the way that it is, which would be the existing phase. The second one that would display a building as it was getting demolished or having changes made to it, the demolition phase. And then a third view that would show the new construction phase. To do this, come underneath the project browser, and there's really 2 different ways that you can accomplish it. The first way is to select on an existing view, right-click on it, go to Duplicate View, and then tell it to duplicate. It's going to create a duplicate view underneath floor plans of that view. The other way that you can do it is underneath the View tab, Plan Views, and then select on Floor Plan. By doing this, we get the new floor plan dialog box. From here, down at the very bottom, it says Do not duplicate existing views. Clear that checkbox out, then make sure that level 1 is highlighted and click on OK. By doing this, we now have yet another view that we can associate with a different period of time. Highlight on this level 1, go to its properties, and now change this from being new construction to existing phase under the properties, and then select on Apply. When you do this, we'll notice that the elevation tags that were in the view before are no longer showing up. The reason is that each of those elevations, they're reflecting the way that the building would look in the new construction phase. Since it doesn't reflect the way that it would look in the existing phase, it's not showing up as a tag here. The next thing we want to do is create that demolition phase. So go to the project browser now, go to your next one, double click on that to activate the view, go into Properties, scroll down, and then change this to be Demo and select on Apply. Now, just to verify that everything's set up the way that we like it, go back to your project browser, double click where it has level 1, and now look at its properties. It should say new construction. Double click where you have the copy of level 1, go to its properties, we can see that it's demo. And double click where we have the level 1, and we can see it's the existing phase. Now, the importance about each of these phases is that if you start drawing inside of these phases, any object that you draw inside of that phase will take on the properties of that phase. That means if you start drawing in the existing phase a wall, that means that that wall will have been created in the existing phase. And then in future phases, it'll start to gray itself out because it's a wall that's already there. New construction is very much the same way. If you start to draw that wall in the new construction, it'll have the properties of new construction associated with that wall. So to have your different views display the kind of phase that you'd like them to be, activate that view, and then in the properties, scroll down to the bottom and then change the phase to be whichever period of time that you need to display.